Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Elena Philippou, a registered dietitian with scientifically based dietary advice and another topic that interests many of us. We all know that achieving and maintaining a healthy weight is of paramount importance for our health. Nevertheless, many people struggle with their weight and others go through a series of yo-yo dieting. So I have put together 10 tips on how to lose and maintain body weight, tips emerging both from my almost 20 years experience as a registered dietitian and from research evidence. Tip number 1, your goal. Where do you want to go? Imagine you wanted to go on a trip. Wouldn't you first decide where you wanted to go? The exact same thing needs to happen with weight loss. So what is really your goal with your weight? Where is your trip's destination? Are you realistic? Are you allowing yourself enough time to achieve it? And is it achievable? Is your goal a smart one? I.e., specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely? To set a goal, keep in mind not only the healthy weight for your height, but also your previous weight, your age, and health condition. Perhaps a weight loss of 5 to 10% of your original weight is more realistic and achievable than getting back to the weight you were in your 20s. And research has shown that a 10% weight loss can have remarkable results on lowering risk for cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and other health conditions. Tip number 2, your motivation, your driving fuel. Before you start on this trip, have you asked yourself why you want to make the trip? Have you filled your car with enough petrol? Before you start any new dietary plan or exercise regimen, take some time alone and write down the reasons that you want to lose weight. And I repeat, the reasons that you want to lose weight, not your spouse, your doctor, or your children. Perhaps it's something simple like wanting to fit into your old clothes, or something health related like wanting to lower your blood cholesterol or your blood pressure. It could be a number of reasons. If you can, put this list somewhere that you can see it, such as on the fridge door or outside the cupboard that you keep your biscuits in. So now you know why and how much. Let's see how you will lose and maintain the weight. Tip number 3, what to eat. Research has shown time and time again that in the end, the weight loss diet that works best is the one you can keep to. It sounds so simple, but it's true. Nevertheless, as a professional in the field, what worries me is that people follow diets that we have no idea what might do to their health in the long term. And when I say health, I mean lots of things. Have you ever thought, for example, what happens to your heart muscle when you eat a very low-calorie diet? Or what happens to your bones if you're not eating enough? I can tell you for sure that both your heart muscle and your bones are being used up when you're not eating enough. In a recent meta-analysis comparing many different weight loss diets, the winner on both weight loss and cardiovascular disease outcomes was the Mediterranean diet. A plant-based diet rich in whole grain products, legumes, fruit, vegetables, extra virgin olive oil, fish, and white meat, about 4 eggs a week, some dairy products, and monthly consumption only of red meat and sweets. If you want to lose weight, you need to also think about the quantity, limit your portions, and cook in a healthy way, such as in the oven, on the grill, stir-frying, boiling, and steaming. What we also know from research is that people who succeed in losing and maintaining their weight are those who make a healthy, balanced diet into a way of life. In other words, adopting a balanced diet that includes a variety of foods and even small amounts of your favorite foods is the recipe for reducing and maintaining your new body weight. And another tip, a lot of people complain that their metabolism is slow and that's why they can't lose weight. Studies, however, show that only 1 to 2% of people have a real metabolic issue. And you could speak to your doctor or a consultant endocrinologist about that. For the rest, it's a matter of 2 things, age and living a sedentary life. So if you want to increase your metabolism, you can do a few simple things. 1. Eat regularly. 2. Drink enough water. 3. Exercise, both aerobically and also using weights to build muscle mass. And 4. Stop doing very low calorie diets. These diets really slow down your metabolism. Best to try a Mediterranean diet weight loss plan, and perhaps you can also consider the tips that we gave in previous videos. And remember that once you lose weight, your daily energy allowance will be lower. So it's not your metabolism that has fallen, but you just naturally need less energy since you weigh less. Tip number 4, exercise. Physical exercise contributes to losing and maintaining body weight by burning fat, improving fitness, and increasing metabolic rate. But exercise does a lot more than just burn some calories. It helps reduce serotonin and gets us in a good mood, making us more likely to stick to our goals. Studies show that people who manage to lose and maintain their weight are those who do regular exercise on a daily basis or at a minimum 3 times a week. Anything that gets us moving is good for us, even doing the garden or using the stairs instead of the lift, since in fact we were never meant to be sitting for so many hours in a day. In short, avoiding sedentary life is one of the most important factors in weight loss and weight maintenance. Tip number 5, sleep. Sleep at least 7 hours a night, since this will allow you to have better control on your hunger and satiety signals and less likely to reach for something sweet in the afternoon. When we don't sleep enough, a hormone that increases hunger, ghrelin, goes up. Research shows that people eat about 400 kilocalories extra of sweet and fatty foods on the days that they don't sleep enough, compared to the days they do. Avoid stimulants such as caffeine and alcohol in the afternoon and evening. Did you know that caffeine has a half-life of about 6 hours? So half of the caffeine that you drank at 2 after lunch will still be in your system at 8 o'clock in the evening. Tip number 6, hydrate. I say it all the time, but it's extremely important to drink enough water, not just for weight loss, but for a healthy body. Drinking water also helps our metabolic rate stay active and flush out all metabolic byproducts. It's also easy to confuse hunger with thirst, so hydrate regularly to prevent this. Tip number 7, self-control. The next ingredient for success in both weight loss, but perhaps even more important in weight maintenance, is self-control. How determined can you be to stay on your own track, to stick to your own goals, to remember your own motivation whenever other people or circumstances are not ideal? When you're invited out, when you're feeling bored, tired, hungry, and I'm not saying that you should deny yourself all your favorite sweets or foods, but to know your limits and to stick to them. If you have a clear goal and motivations, then you can have a much better self-control. But it's important to also get back to your track as soon as you can. Don't give up when you have eaten a lot more on one day and continue from where you left the next day, instead of saying, I'll start my diet on Monday. Because it's rare that eating something extra can pile on weight, but eating something extra on Thursday and then getting back on watching what you eat on Monday will really put on weight, because you have eaten something extra on Friday, Saturday and Sunday as well. Also, avoid calling your healthy diet plan a diet. Even the term is demotivating. Call it my healthy way of eating. How you talk to yourself makes a huge difference to how you see things. So if you say I love eating healthily because it makes me feel really good about myself, you will do much better than if you say I will go on a diet, as if you're punishing yourself. Think about this and talk to yourself in a better way. Other ways of self-control include recording what you eat. Studies show that people lose weight just by writing down what they eat, because they avoid overconsumption. Tip number 8, support. Get some support in place. Having a strong family and social support is really important when you're trying to lose and maintain weight. Research shows that people who have a steady support system are more able to stick to their plan and then maintain their weight. It's easier and more practical as well if everyone in the house eats similarly. So get your family on board to this healthy eating trip. Tip number 9, stress and emotional eating. Avoid using food to distress. Studies show that a common feature to those who lose and regain weight is that they tend to eat for emotional reasons such as stress, anxiety, loneliness, and boredom, and then they try to swallow their emotions. Check out the video on compulsive overeating on tips on how to overcome this. On the contrary, people who maintain their weight use practical ways to deal with their problems, such as taking action on their problems or using exercise to overcome stress. Tip number 10, self-confidence. Separate yourself from your body weight and shape. Research has shown that self-confident people who do not use their weight or body shape to evaluate themselves are more likely to lose and maintain their weight than others who do that. So, if you do rate your worthiness by your body shape, think twice. Is your body shape or your weight really you? I'm sure the answer is no. You're much more than your weight, your height, and the size of your waist. You have a lot to offer and a lot to give. So enjoy your life, including your food, but consider the quantity of what you consume and give yourself enough time to reach your goals. So to sum up, start by thinking about your goal and motivation and speak to a registered dietitian to help you to eat healthily. Be positive and optimistic, give yourself enough time, limit your portions and eat a variety of healthy foods. Use spices and herbs to give taste to your foods. Avoid monotony and tasteless chicken fillets. Life is too short. Enjoy your food and love your healthy way of eating. I'm Dr. Elena Philippou, and I hope to have inspired you with my thoughts. Share this video with others who might benefit. As always, don't forget to subscribe and click on the ring button so that you'll be the first to know when we put on a new video. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the next video.